Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jamie, your crafty DIY guy, and I'm back. I have got some very cool industrial DIYs for you today. Now, industrial design is not for everybody, and I get that. What's cool about industrial design, though, is that it really does ride that fine line of farmhouse. It could be very like modern farmhouse even. It could even be very traditional. I think a lot of it is really in just how you paint it. So I hope that you'll look at these, and even if you don't like the darkness and the metals and things that I'm using for these particular projects, you'll still want to do them for other projects in your house. If you're wondering where I'm at right now, I'm actually in a part of my dining room. This has become my makeshift office for my day job, if you will. And it's set up this way because I've been hosting some virtual cocktail parties with some different Bravo folks. And it's been a lot of fun, but it's just easier to keep the lights in here and then go craft in there later on. So this is my temporary intro spot, but check out that. You guys may remember I did that Trashmas haul a while ago where I grabbed this 1930s dry sink with that copper insert, and I turned it into my bar. There's more of a makeover coming in for that one though soon. But anyway, before we get into the video, I do want to thank all of my subscribers, all of my OG subscribers, all of my new subscribers, everybody all together. Also, if you just happen to randomly stumble upon this video, please consider joining in the fun. All right, guys, here's the video, and I hope you enjoy it. For our first project, you're going to grab a picture frame of any size. I happen to have this one left over from Trashmas. Some of these Dollar Tree magnetic clips, as well as some of these oversized jumbo popsicle sticks. I just flipped my frame over, and as you can see, mine has a little bit of a groove there in the bottom, so it kind of works out perfectly that I can put these sticks along there. If yours doesn't, don't worry about it. You can glue them directly to the back of the frame, and it will be just fine. So after I cut my sticks to kind of fit within here, I just went ahead and double checked everything, made sure that they were going to fit nice and snug in there. And look at that, it is a perfect, well, almost perfect fit. And then I took some of my Waverly antique wax and just used a cosmetic sponge and just went over these sticks. I did this kind of light compared to what I would usually do, and I really like the way that this looks, and thought that it was a great way to age these sticks. And you're just gonna do this on the front side. I didn't worry about the back sides of these at all. I did go ahead and get some of the sides just in case it happened to show, but again, it was just kind of a lazy way, honestly. I just did the one side and then it reserved some of my antique wax because this stuff is expensive. So I took my frame outside and I did spray paint it with a hammered black, and then as you can see, it is all beautiful and set up here. And so now I'm just going to take my sticks and literally just glue them along the back here with that stained side or that antique side facing outward. And again, I really love the way that this is looking. And then after everything was done, I just took it and flipped it right over. And as you can see, it looks amazing. And then I'm just going to take my magnetic clips here and just glue them down to the center. I did go ahead and pry the magnets off of there. That way I could use them for a later purpose. But here is the finished product, and I really love the way this looks. I think it's perfect. It's a great place to put some notes in my kitchen, and it will come in very handy. All right, guys, this next one, you know, I love to be a little creative here, so I'm taking these airplane party favors. They come in a 4-pack, and what you're going to do is you're actually going to trim off kind of the wheels that are on the bottom of each one of these planes. And I apologize, I'm going to kind of pop off screen here for a minute, and it'll pop back in just a second. But what you're doing is you're taking the 4 planes and creating 2 airplanes with them by gluing the 2 sides together. So there I am, back again. And just take your Dollar Tree scissors there and just kind of trim away those clips, and there it is, back again. And literally you're going to just put some hot glue in between each one of these planes and glue them together, and use those little pink clips like I did on that green one that you see there in the background, and let them sit. And then you will burn some holes in the top of them with your wood burning tool. My wood blocks, these were larger than the previous ones because the other ones were just way too small. drilled a hole in each one of them so the bamboo skewers would fit through there. And then I skewered my airplanes, kind of like you see here. I took them outside and I gave them a nice coat of silver metallic spray paint. Just painted the entire thing silver metallic. The base, the sticks, the planes, everything. This actually took really well, and it only took about a coat and a half for this. And then once everything was dried, I loved the way that these looked, and I took them inside and put them on my mantle, and they just fit really well with my industrial vibe. And for our next project, we are going to grab one of these Dollar Tree candlesticks as well as one of these Dollar Tree shallow garden bowls. These you can pick up in the garden department, and all you're going to do is take this bowl and just flip it over. See where the sticker is? I'm actually going to use that as my center mark. You're going to end up painting over it, so you're not even going to see it. I'm just taking a little bit of hot glue. Well, actually, I'm taking a lot of hot glue. You know me. And gluing it around the top here and adding a generous amount. And then I'm just going to glue it directly down on top of that plastic bowl and just hold it in place until it dries. I took this outside and I spray painted it with my flat black, and once it dried, this is what it looked like. It became the perfect candlescape, and for my succulents, I love the way this looks. It's super versatile. You can use it for candles, you can use it for plants. I really love this, and it will be a staple on my coffee table. And for the next project, this one's a little out there, but trust me, you're going to need a Dollar Tree candlestick, one of the tall, skinny ones, one of these plunger bases, and one of these round wood circles from Crafter Square. So the first thing I did was remove that twine and then just filled in that hole with a little bit of my Dollar Tree hole filler. I think it's a wood spackle, or maybe they even call it hole filler. I don't know. And just putting it on with my fingers and just kind of cramming as much as I can in that little hole. And then that sounds so bad. Then I'm wiping away the excess and then just flipping it over and sticking it in the other hole and letting it dry. And then I took the bottom of my Dollar Tree candlestick and just put a generous helping of hot glue directly down onto this, just kind of tracing on the outside circle there and then doing a little bit on the inside as well. That was kind of flatter, that I know would stick to the wood base. And then I just glued this down directly in the center and just kind of held it here with my hands until everything had set and it was in a good position. And then I was able to take some more hot glue and put it around the top rim of that candlestick. I just started off with a little bit. Okay, really, I didn't do a little bit, clearly. I did a lot, and I did it because I wanted to make sure that this plunger base would stay on the top of this candlestick and make sure it was nice and sturdy. And again, just pushing directly down on the center and making sure that that had really good contact on it and holding it for a little while until everything had dried. And when everything is dry, this is what it will look like. It kind of looks like a bootleg margarita glass, doesn't it? So I took it outside and I spray painted everything with my flat black spray paint. For this one, I actually did not like the way it looked when it was dry, so I repainted it and I used the hammered black spray paint. And I like this so much better, and this is what it looks like on my mantle. Again, I love this. It's very different, it's very unique, and it holds a great size pillar candle very, very well. All right, guys, we've got one more project for you tonight. This is a bonus project. I was inspired by the crafty couple. They had created one of these kind of knickknacks with one of these brain teaser toys. I went to spray paint mine and it kind of fell apart, and I couldn't figure out how to put it back together, so I decided to just make the best out of a bad situation. I had one of these circular pieces of wood that was left over from an Amazon haul, and I took the 3 pieces of that brain teaser game that were unfinished wood, and I'm literally just going to glue them as close to the outside of that circle as I possibly can to give you a shape that kind of looks like this. After everything dried, I took it outside and spray painted it with my steel gray spray paint from Rust-Oleum. And again, I love the way this looks. It's super unique. It's very different. It definitely goes with that whole industrial modern vibe. And again, I thought it was a great way to use some cool Dollar Tree items. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and share my channel with your friends. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel. And thank you again, as always. I appreciate every single one of you being here. Take care. Bye-bye.